Every time I check my phone, these Nolan Wells updates get more unpredictable. Apparently, the evidence that they claim Nolan Wells' family and his team of attorneys didn't have, you know, the race-hustling grifters, well, apparently that evidence could be going to a grand jury soon to secure indictments.
We seen this yesterday.
On the other hand, Nolan Wells' friends just keep coming out of the woodworks, and each friend that comes out is probably worse than the other. These people are terrible. Let's address Nolan Wells' best friends who've been speaking publicly, because one of the best friend and family even dispute if they were friends at all. But let's talk about the best friend or the friend that the family actually knows, that, you know, they're confirmed to have been friends. Javon let me down, yo. And it's starting to feel like these best friends that are coming out are compromised. Somebody paid them off, in my opinion, because this just don't make sense at all. Javon, for all intents and purposes, was really great friends with Nolan. Out of all the people who have came forward, Javon is the only friend I saw who posted almost 100 pictures with him and Nolan, like 100. So they had to have been, I guess, some type of close. Cool or close. So because you're that close with Nolan, we expected you to be next to the family during this press conference trying to seek justice, trying to get justice for Nolan. But instead, Javon is on TMZ,
he's saying on TMZ
trying to contradict everything the parents and Benjamin Crump are saying. And I'm asking him why? Why would you? Why?
Right.
It's a contradiction. They're not saying the same thing. One of them is telling the truth. One of them is not.
Right.
We have to get to the bottom of that. It's important.
Right.
And then the fact, Reverend Al, that they have this video of an argument that is going on, and you know, thank God all young people they have cell phones, and anytime you hear people raising their voice, they start the video. And so you hear on the video Nolan saying, "Give me my freaking phone. What are you freaking doing?" And that becomes even more relevant when you think about the story that they are presenting, that Nolan chose to stay behind. That's what.
Javon, have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing
I didn't see what he said, but I heard it was some bullshit.
Between people, and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument. You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away, for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into an altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in that altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it. So
describe that. That's kind of interesting. What was that about?
He was just very hostile. Like he was just like really like mad. Like they were just trying to, like, the parents on that boat were trying to get him out.
Y'all know y'all just messed up, right? Javon just said, yo, the person who was screaming and yelling in the video, who was so hostile, we had to remove him from off the island. That was Tristan Shepard. That was the other friend. Now, hold on to what he just said, because it's very important. Don't let go of those words.
Tristan is the white boy, though, right?
Tristan Shepard who was quote-unquote screaming. And it was Tristan Shepard who was so hostile and so out of control, they had to move him off the island earlier in the day.
Developments tonight in the mysterious death of 18-year-old Nolan Wells. For the first time, one of Wells' friends who was with him during that 4th of July boating trip is speaking out. He's responding to the growing questions surrounding the teen's death and the speculation that has exploded online. Investigators say Wells disappeared during a trip to Horn Island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. His body was found there 2 days later. 16 WAPT's Carlos Garcia here now with us with what that friend is saying, Carlos.
That's right. Well, Nolan Wells' friend says that it wasn't Nolan that was featured in a viral video appearing to show several people arguing, but rather it was him engaging in the verbal altercation while Nolan was elsewhere.
I just know I've lost my best friend.
For the first time, A friend who was with 18-year-old Nolan Wells the day he disappeared is speaking out.
That's crazy.
Tristan Shepard declined to appear on camera, saying he and the others who were on the boat have been receiving threats.
We did no wrong here, and we don't understand how we're getting so much hate behind it. We all cared and loved Nolan, and nobody wanted to see Nolan die. Nobody wanted to see his life be taken so short.
Shepard also addressed this viral video that has fueled speculation online.
Right.
Nolan's parents believed it showed their son involved in a confrontation. But Shepard says it wasn't Nolan, it was him.
That's the video I'm referring to. That's me yelling.
Shepard says he returned to the mainland later that afternoon, while Wells stayed behind on Horn Island with a girl he had met that day.
Let's break this down very slowly.
Okay.
Tristan Shepard was on the boat with Nolan. Tristan Shepard is obviously one of the suspects in Nolan's death because he was on the boat with Nolan and those other white boys. Tristan Shepard claims he was Nolan's best friend.
Right.
That's the first lie. Because the parents have never heard of Tristan Shepard, never seen Tristan Shepard, don't know who Tristan Shepard is.
So first of all, we don't know Tristan. We've never met him. So to say, best friend, childhood friend, that's a bit of a stretch. We've never met him.
The best friend claim is a lie from the pits of hell. The parents don't know you. You're not his best friend, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, the next claim is he left later in the afternoon with the other white boys, and they asked Nolan if he was coming, and Nolan told them he was going to stay behind to talk to Katie. That's what Tristan is saying. But here's the problem with that. Tristan has admitted that was, quote unquote, him yelling, right?
Right.
Well, Javon just says Tristan was so hostile. He was moving so irate and so crazy, they had to remove him from the island. So if Tristan was removed from the island earlier in the day, then where is this nonsense that Tristan coming from that he was present and that Nolan told him later in the afternoon, oh, he was going to stay behind on the island to talk to Katie. They left at 4:30.
Right.
By 4:30, according to Javon, Tristan was off the island already. If that was him yelling, right?
Right.
Right? See, they came out so fast to try to discredit this video to make their white friends look innocent, and all it did was just throw them
Make
under
him
the
look
bus.
more guilty.
It sounds like they put you out here
To
as
defend him.
this mixed half-black kid
Yeah.
who could come here and say, oh, nah, we innocent. Nah, they innocent. They ain't do nothing. You wasn't there.
Right.
You was not
So
there.
how you know,
was
nigga?
not present. You
If you
wasn't
wasn't
there
there.
in the afternoon. You got kicked off the island. According to Javon, he personally helped get you off the island because you was moving too crazy.
They met that day, and it was kind of one of those things. It did come off that day that he really did like her, but that was the only time they'd ever hung out was at Horn Island on July 4th.
But now is, nah, I was there. Oh, no, I was there with the white boys, and we told Nolan, we asked Nolan, hey, bro, you want to come, huh?
Right.
Oh, that's what it is? Now, even Javon is acting like, well, nah, man, the video was altered. Yeah, I bet, buddy. Now, Nolan Wells' family, Benjamin Crump, and attorneys, they met up with the DA.
Right.
And apparently, this is the first time we've heard of this. Apparently, the DA is talking about taking this evidence to a grand jury and having a grand jury decide on whether or not they have enough to bring charges
Yeah, I heard about that yesterday.
against Nolan Wells' friends.
Right. When is
Good
that
morning.
supposed to happen, though?
I'm attorney Ben Crump, along with attorney Lisa Park, attorney Eric Harris, Justin Preston, and Cliff Jones. We have the honor of representing the family of Nolan Wells. We have present with us his mother and father, Christine and Elmore. We've just had an opportunity to meet with District Attorney Angel McElgrath and some members of her team. We had a very respectful meeting. The thing I assume some of you may know, the thing to announce, she shared with the family that there will be a grand jury that she will turn this case over to once they have collected all the information and finished their investigation. We also agreed that we will have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts. Attorney Eric Hertz is helping lead the
same time.
investigation
You ain't no
team,
hiding. You ain't doing no
with
hiding,
former,
boy. Y'all ain't doing no hiding, boy.
Experts who are going to help us with the cell phone download. So everybody will be able to see at the same time what the cell phone has. We also talked about trying to make sure we dot every I and cross every T. I know that we're getting about 50 calls a day to 100 calls a day from people who were there on Horn Island, people who are familiar with individuals that were there on Horn Island.
Benjamin Crumb said two things. They have information that they can't even share with us because they don't want it to get out. What would that information be they can't share with Benjamin Crumb and the parents?
Right.
No, they got a suspect now. Secondly, they said, yo, we'll be presenting this
I think they might have a
information
suspect.
and information we gathered to a grand jury. So they've already, so the whole accidental drowning is out the window already, bro. They have,
if they have a suspect, it's gone.
You see how they just quietly like threw that out the window?
Yeah.
You don't present accidental drownings to a grand jury, bro. You only present criminal affairs.
Exactly.
I'm curious if the police have. I know they said they're still investigating. Did any investigators ever speak to you about what you saw that day?
No, sir.
Really?
Okay.
Cops have not talked to you yet.
No, sir.
That's odd.
I don't see why the cops would have. I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like you know,
because you a dumbass young kid, so of course you're not gonna understand it. Sir, somebody ended up dead. That's why they're supposed to talk to you. I understand he's young. He don't understand the world yet. He's just getting out of high school. So I mean, I didn't fucking get a lot of stuff back then either. Somebody ends up dead, bro. For example, let's say a teenager ends up dead at a party. It's proper procedure for the police to question everybody that they can confirm that was there. And since you're on the internet saying that you were there and you know this and you know that, the fact that the police haven't called you, asked you a question, asked you what happened that day, where you were at, when's the last time you saw Nolan, they ain't asked you nothing. They ain't even called your phone. That's weird, bro.
I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Because you knew Nolan well.
Right.
And you knew that he was friends with these guys who were the last ones to be around him before he.
They would have at least, the police, and I've seen too many documentaries, gang. They would have at least said, so what do you know about those boys that, you know, were with him? Have they ever been aggressive? Are they known for fighting? Like, that's what police try to get all the information they can get. If they get 20 people to come in and say, yeah, this white boy is really known for bullying and fighting, and he loves playing with knives and guns and stuff. So, oh, okay. So that's not really evidence, but it's just something to spark their interest. It's something to spark their interest to go find out, okay, let's see if we have something here. Let's see if somebody else can corroborate this story. Let's see if somebody else can say something similar about this person, because it can be what's called a character witness. A character witness is a witness that can testify to somebody's character. So yes, this is very within his character for, you know, him to play around like this, or for him to do that, or for him to, you know what I'm saying? Either they don't care or they're trying to cover it up. But I knew that they were trying to cover it up from the beginning, because how does a little boy die on 4th of July? And the same day that y'all find his body, y'all tell us, as a statement of fact, y'all tell us that there's no foul play. How the fuck do you know? You ain't asked nobody no questions. You ain't got no forensic coroners. You ain't got no surveillance footage. You didn't go to the crime scene, the potential crime scene. You didn't go there and gather any evidence. You didn't get fingerprints. You didn't take no pictures, and you're going to tell me that no foul play? They found this little boy body dead on the side, on a fucking island somewhere, the day after 4th of July, and you going to tell me for a fact? You didn't say, I believe. You didn't say it doesn't appear at this moment, but we're still investigating. No, you said there was no foul play. From the moment I heard that, I knew y'all was trying to cover up this little boy's death.